Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Whispers of a Machine with me, Cornish-Knight. In the last episode, we continued our investigations into two murders and came to the conclusion that both of them were somehow linked to a outlawed techno-cult that are trying to desperately bring back AI called the Conduit. In this setting, it appears that AI research has been fully outlawed.
So, the murder victims were likely Conduit members. If that's true, their activities must be somehow connected to the killings. I'm sure I have everything I need for the door code. I just need to figure out the exact numbers.
Yeah, and we know that Carl's body is being dissected, being investigated in the morgue.
Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
Okay. We have a couple of choices. We can go straight to the morgue, which we might do, to be honest. Okay, let's get this ongoing. Okay, we don't need to do that just yet, so let's get Smart Scan activated. Okay. Blade shape, matched pattern. Matched pattern, okay. None of her DNA. Okay, matched DNA. Okay, so there's nothing new there from the scans. Let's talk to him.
I had some more things to ask.
Shoot.
Carl's
What are
murder.
your conclusions about Carl's murder?
Just like the previous case, the cause of death is blood loss due to sharp force trauma to the upper body. The murder weapon looks similar to the one used on the previous victim. The victim has a bruised chest, likely from the impact of a hard fall to the floor. And this makes me believe that Carl was attacked from the front and fell to the ground, twisting as he fell. The killer then continued this brutal onslaught from behind to finish the job. Contrary to the previous case, I couldn't find any defense wounds on the victim. The killer would have to be both strong and fast to overpower Carl like that before he could react and call for help. It's certainly not impossible, but I think it's unlikely that a woman could pull that off without considerable training. This leads me to believe that the person we are looking for is likely an adult male in good physical shape. The time of death was sometime late last night, around 10 to 12 hours ago.
All right, now that you've seen both bodies, do you have a theory?
I think it's very likely that a single perpetrator is responsible for both killings. The MO is the same, and the murder weapons share close similarities. Both murders were premeditated. The killer came well prepared with the clear goal of killing each victim. The lack of struggle during the second attack could be an indication that the murderer learned from their mistakes during the first assault.
Okay, thanks for your input.
Think nothing of it. Happy to help.
Okay.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
I don't recognize that name. Nope.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the Conduit?
That old terrorist organization. What of it?
Well, have you ever heard about it still being around?
I'm sure the ideology still thrives in places. The lure of artificial intelligence will never be fully diminished.
Right, but you're not aware of anyone being more than a little interested.
If you're asking me, would I report a terrorist if I knew one, the answer is yes. But currently, I don't.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, let's try.
What do you make of this?
New Katerina implies there's an old Katerina. Perhaps this person assumed a different identity at some point.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. What else?
Okay.
Not now.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Okay. Or it could be
That's
something.
enough questions
Or it could
for
be
now.
something not
Okie
human.
dokie.
Lack of DNA, and the fact that they're doing stuff with AI could basically be the fact that we've now got a simp running around on us, which is just as terrifying. Let's go back to the house. We need to try the door.
Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
Let's try 256. 652. Okay.
Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. This was used as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Consul PW, think new Katarina.
New Katarina. Password is New Katarina.
Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
Is it 138?
Hi, doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordson? Kisses.
Okay.
I don't see how those things work together. Yeah, it's probably likely that we're dealing with the same Katarina in both of these cases. Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
Okay, let's just...
This was used as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Consul PW, think new Katarina. Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
Oh, this is gonna bug me. Let's ask him.
Hey, Sven?
Yeah?
Do you know who Katarina Berg is?
Sounds familiar. That could be someone who lives here, but I'm not sure.
What do you make of this?
Looks like a reminder of some kind, but I can't make sense of it.
Thanks. You can get back to
Okay.
work.
Alrighty.
This was used as a bookmark in
Let's
the book I found
see.
in Maya's safe. It reads, Consul PW, think new, Katerina. Katerina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. Still won't open.
Try just ripping the door off. It's a 3-number password, Doug, so...
Katerina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. Katerina Berg,
Is it
born
831?
February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
831. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, folks, give me a second. I'll try and figure this out. Okay. So... It's got the fingerprint on it, hasn't it? Okay, so we need to get a fingerprint somehow. There are a couple of ways of doing it, I suppose. We've got a scalpel, so we could chop his finger off. But we do also have the clay. I didn't look up the answer. I looked for... There's basically a website you can go to that give you hints, and they basically said, look at the keypad. So, we're looking at the keypad.
Hey, what's that?
I just need a quick mold of one of his fingers. Thought I'd use this clay here.
I suppose that's fine.
Okay. Make a mold of Carl's finger. Find kind of complicated, but should work. Okay.
All right, this should work. I'll go and add some water. Okay, hopefully this can fool the scanner. I got rid of the clay mold. No more use for it.
Okay. Be right back, folks. 1 second. Sorry about that, folks. Right. Okay, so we have the mold.
Katerina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
So it's either 138 or 256. Okay. Let's use the finger.
A molded replica of Carl's finger. Katerina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
So 138.
Katerina Berg, born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
256.
I need to figure out the code first. Katerina Berg,
Is it
born
652?
February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
I don't know. I'm just going to look it up, folks. I don't want to get stuck on doing this. 1 second. Okay. So it's just the day first arrived.
Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
I don't understand that. It's giving me different things. Hold on. Okay. So it's supposed to be 3:15 or flipped. So I don't know where we're supposed to get that number from. It's supposed to be the day they turned up.
Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
So I don't know where that came from and I was supposed to get it from. Because everything we've done so far hasn't told us exactly...
Katarina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
I don't know where we're supposed to get 3:15 from. But I'm just going to put it in. Okay, because I want to advance the story and not get caught up. It might just be a glitch or something or a bug. I don't know what it is. Maybe I've missed something. I don't know. But obviously, it says flip it.
This was used as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Console PW, think new Katarina.
Anyway, let's use the fingerprint. Okay.
Wow. How on earth did they manage to assemble all of this undetected? This is highly illegal. I'll have to report it as soon as I finish the murder investigation.
Okay, folks. If I get stuck, I am going to use clues. I don't want to keep banging my head against the wall, basically, to be honest. Okay, let's go Carl's DNA. So he's been here. She hasn't. Okay. So can we interact with cradle, bed, letter? Let's look at the letter first, because that's got his DNA on it.
There's a letter here. Hey, Kata. Or should I use your new alias? It's pretty ironic, since you're the least prudent person I know. JK. Anyhow, I'm sitting here alone, and it all feels so surreal. It's hard to believe that it won't be long now before we can let her out. She's ours, but not really. She truly belongs to the world. Bigger than the both of us, greater than the sum of our parts. Yeah, I can hear you saying, enough with the melancholy, Carl. We're so close now, we should be ecstatic. Anyway, I'm leaving this letter because I'm going away for a couple of weeks. My father passed away. I just got word and, well, I need to deal with things in the village. I'll be okay. We'll talk as soon as I get back. Love, Carl. The letter is dated about a month ago. Big enough for 2 people. Recently used.
It's got Carl's DNA on it. But no one else is doing it. Recognize.
Looks like someone is expecting. Odd-looking thing. No idea what it's for. Looks like something is missing here. Oh, just my luck. Like getting in here wasn't hard enough.
Okay.
Some kind of live output of technical information. I can't make sense of it. There's a valve on this pipe here, labeled O2. Not sure what to do with it.
Sounds like oxygen.
Some kind of large tank. Looks like it opens. I wonder what's inside.
Okay, for the password, it's probably going to be something to do with the cult. Okay, let's try combining the book with what we have, what we know of the cultist activity. So let's try with first the note from the book.
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
Okay.
This was used as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Consul PW, think new, Katerina.
Maybe that's the console. Ah, it is the console, so think new Katerina. Okay. So let's look at the book. Because that's the only thing that we've had which we haven't used, and it's to do with the cult. Gideon, sister of good, sister of fate. Melinda, sister of prudence. Pilgrim prayer. So what did the slip say?
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
Okay.
Katerina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years. This was used as a bookmark in the book I found in Maya's safe. It reads, Consul PW, think new, Katerina.
Okay. Let's look at the creed of the conduit. I trust the mind, God is my creation, conceiving the body and born by it. God is my mind's sense, and like a child outlives his mother, so God will survive my mind's demise. Gerda, sister of fate. A parent asked his future child, if you turn wicked, can I stop you? Rein you in like the prancing steed, stomp you out like the flickering spark. And the child replied, I can be failed and left forlorn, but never stopped nor made unborn. Melinda, sister of prudence, awaken you ere break of day, you're welcome not to overstay, do not rust, but please remember that which burns has turned to ember. You was raised upon the meadows, now does rest in pleasant shadows. She who hurried, but still was late, yet took her time to contemplate. Okay, so, if they're using this book as a code book, what would they be using for a password of it? New Katrina. Pilgrim's prayers. I am vigor by my faith. I gaze at the sky and show the path is clear. Strike down my foes, blessed with implemented aim. I near my goal. I press on for full day. I have found my haven, God, and may finally rest by your side.
Yeah, I'm sure this is the console the note is referring to. But what does new Katerina mean?
Let's try the book.
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
It's obviously got to be something to do with the book, because it was found hidden in the book.
That combination makes no sense. That combination makes no sense. That combination makes no sense. That action doesn't seem productive to me. Yeah, based on the note from Carl's code, the immigration date is important somehow.
Oh, so that's what we should have done.
Katerina Berg. Born February 2nd, 56 AR. Immigrated to Nordson on May 13th, 80 AR, which means she's been in Nordson for 2 years.
Okay. So... let's look at the creed of the conduit. God, let's see. I trust in my mind. God is my mind's creation. God is my own extension, and like a child outlives his mother, so God will survive my mind's demise. It's probably going to be, if we're looking for passwords, first things first is we should try the sisters. Sister of Fate, Sister of Prudence. Maybe Sister of Prudence because for security. Awaken you at break of day. Melinda. Maybe. What does this letter say again?
Hey, Kata. Or should I use your new alias? It's pretty ironic, since you're the least prudent person I know. JK. Anyhow, I'm sitting here alone. It's hard to believe she's ours, but bigger than the both of us. Yeah, I can hear. Anyway, I'll be okay.
Okay, so let's try the book with the letter.
Yeah, it looks likely that Melinda is it. I need to be sure, though.
Now try Melinda. Melinda, okay. This is where being dyslexic sucks, folks. 1 second. I just need to write down the spelling of it. Under stress, my brain does not work as well as it should. 1 moment. Okay. Let's see if this works. So just a quick password. Okay, let's put help in for additional commands. Let's put status into help for a command help. Chamber open, closed, status help. Error unknown command status open. Okay, so let's put status okay, put, okay, chamber, unknown augment status, available augment, yeah, okay, just, gestation 8 months 12 days, nutrient level 9.3% low, heart rate abnormal, adjust oxygen levels using maintenance valve, water filtration adequate, fluids fatal fluid blue connection 4.47 normal, estimated variability 84%. President can continue. Open. Okay, so it's going to be chamber. Chamber open.
My God. A live baby in a womb tank. What on earth are these people doing? I'm not sure how I feel about this. What the?
It's not too late. There'd be sacrifices, but it'd be worth it.
That was unsettling. They did warn me about the side effects. I hope that was just a brief glitch in my blue. I need to go and report these findings to Stina. But I should probably make sure the tank is stable first. I don't like that blinking red light over there.
Okay.
Ugh, it's stuck.
So we need something to get the oxygen levels up with.
Some kind of live output of technical information. I can't make sense of it. Odd-looking thing. No idea what it's for. My picture of Alex. I miss him.
Okay, let's go help. Go chamber. Okay, nutrient level is low. Using maintenance valve adequate. So we need to somehow get the valve turned.
No point. It's rusted stuck.
So we need something for the valve. Okay.
I should stabilize the womb tank before I leave.
How though?
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
Have I soft locked myself? I don't know what to do.
That combination makes no sense.
Okay. I don't know how we get the oxygen levels up.
That combination makes no sense.
Yeah, well, trying to figure out how to unjog this.
No point. It's rusted stuck.
Okay. I'm just gonna... I don't know how to do this because obviously we're missing something, so I'm just gonna quickly look it up. 1 second. Okay. So, this is me being stupid. Because that's stuck, yeah. We don't have anything, but we do have the bio strength. So, what we should do... Obviously, turn this on to see how the living thing is. Minimum pulse. Okay. Boost strength.
All right, it's loose now.
Adjust levels. Weak pulse. Lowered pulse.
The heart rate looks good now.
Relaxed.
I'll keep the
Okay.
valve in this position.
Okay.
All right. Seems stable. I should get going.
Okay. His DNA has been here. Hers hasn't. So she's just a key keeper. Okay. That's me forgetting game mechanics. Okay. Okay.
Agent England, reporting in.
Oh, there you are. How was your first day?
Well, it turns out that the second victim, Carl, was up to something. And whatever they were doing, I'm sure it's somehow connected to the killings.
Well, you got yourself one juicy case here. Those two lovebirds of yours just turned a double homicide into an anti-terrorism effort.
Shit, you're right. Do we need to call for backup?
Nah, you can always call in the local cops if anything big goes down.
I suppose. So how active is the conduit these days anyway? From what I was taught at the academy, they're practically a non-threat now.
Sure, we caught some of their head honchos, blew up a few strongholds, but it's hard to wipe out an ideology. All it takes is for a single book to remain in circulation, an idea to spring to life, and we're all back to square one.
Alright, so while that might be, censorship isn't the answer, dialogue and compromise is key to progress. Yes, the kind of thing is pretty dangerous. Have we learned nothing of our history? The relentless stance against these people always puzzled me. Aren't our orgs technically AI? No, but the thing is, like, from what we've been told, AI is really dangerous. While that may be censorship isn't the answer, dialogue and compromise is key to true progress. Yes, this kind of thing is pretty dangerous. Have we learned nothing from our history? I mean, the thing is that we don't know enough of the setting. Personally, like, AI is something I've always been massively suspicious of. And like, when you have a setting like this where it's clear that you've had society collapse caused by AI, especially by thinking machines, then it's probably, yes, this kind of thing is incredibly dangerous if we not learnt from it nothing from history.
Yes, this kind of thinking is incredibly dangerous. Have we learned nothing from our history?
Amen. Those terrorists will be the end of us all, unless people like us stand in their way.
Sure. I found a functional womb tank in the apartment at Mimir Road. It had a living unborn child inside.
Oh. Artificial wombs are highly illegal. I'll have to notify our superiors.
There's more, Councilwoman. The tank fluid had traces of blue.
Really? Now, how the hell did they get that? Any concentrated vials?
Not that I could see.
Be on the lookout. They might have a stash somewhere.
I will. I wonder how the child fits into their agenda.
Good question, ain't it? Want to hazard a guess?
It's gotta be some kind of experiment, right?
Bingo. These people are fanatics. That's what they do.
So, what will happen to the child then?
That's not for you to worry about. I'll get word to the city, and they'll send someone within a week or so. Meanwhile, I'll have the apartment put under surveillance. I'll get someone discreet, in case the Lady of the Hour returns.
Understood.
So, what are your thoughts on the killer?
Right. If we are indeed dealing with Conduit, perhaps an internal disagreement turned bloody. Could be a lone vigilante with opposed views to the Conduit, picking them off one by one. Maybe it was a trained hitman from an enemy organization. One possibility is that this is simpler than we think, just some kind of relationship drama. Male. From what we know of the evidence, we know that they weren't professional, so it wasn't really a trained hitman. One possible is, and it seems to be too coincidental that it's both members of the Conduit. internal disagreements turned bloody, though why would it be they not? My money is on one of these two. It could be a lone vigilante opposed to the views of the conduit, picking on them off one by one. We're dealing with the conduit, perhaps their internal disagreement turned bloody, because they obviously know that they're members of the conduit. I'm probably saying let's go with this one, I believe.
If we are indeed dealing with the conduit, perhaps they had internal disagreements. Turned bloody.
Could be. Either way, finding this gal who was hot and heavy with Carl should be your next task.
Agreed. I'll do my best to track her down tomorrow.
Good. Dismissed, Agent.
Okay. Still relatively center. She's relaxed.
We already talked. I should get going.
I'm going to put a cut in here. This thing's getting complicated.
Maya, the first murder victim, was brutally stabbed to death in the Nordson Museum by an unknown attacker. Carl Oscarson was fatally stabbed by an unknown assailant in the Nordson workshop hall.
It's either going to be a vigilante or it could be an internal dispute. But the vigilante would have to get information to know that both of them were members of the conduit. He doesn't look like a trained hitman because from what the morgue mortician basically said, seemed to be the bloke was learning more from how to do the act. And connecting lovers doesn't make sense because the person that Carl was in love with seems to have been a member of the cult anyway. So I don't know, it feels more like an internal schism or vigilanteism, but that's for next time, folks. See you all again soon.